Hello, hello. Welcome to Arkadium's Daily Crossword Live. I am thrilled to be back with you all. I see Dee saying good morning. We got Shania encouraging people to tap the screen for likes to promote the live. Shania's always got my back. Hello, Tess. Hello, Felix. We got Amy, Drink Fake Coke, Julie, and Rand all in chat. Ledition holding down the fort on Twitch, which I love to see. I am excited. Good morning, Gil, and hello, Therese. How are you all doing? Today we're going to be solving today's LA Times crossword. So it's a Thursday on the difficulty scale. D-Sev giving me a heart, and Judy waving hello. Hi to you. And Miniest Mini, hey, with a trademark ghost. I'm already getting guesses for one across, so let me finish setting up my chat and dig right in. Remember, LA Times puzzles do not have titles, but it will have a theme. So we'll have to figure this out. It's by Dan Caprera. I've definitely solved some of Dan's puzzles before. I'm sure we're in for a treat today. One across, the clue is distracted boyfriend and surprised Pikachu. And I see Felix and Ledition, D, Shania, Tess. Everyone knows their memes, it turns out. Blake is yelling my name. Blake, how you doing? Yeah, memes is looking great. I'm trying to picture, I can picture the distracted Pikachu kind of looking at the camera all like, sorry, it's surprised Pikachu, and the distracted boyfriend is the one where the couple is walking away from the camera, and then there's another girl walking toward the camera, and the guy is looking at the other girl, and do you know what I'm talking about? I guess you do, because you all knew it was memes, but that's kind of a classic meme template. One down, we have Family Guy daughter. Okay, I feel like there's an age range that this puzzle is appealing to with Family Guy and memes. I'm guessing Dan Caprera is very squirrely meme, says Shania. Yeah, Drink Fake Coke and Tess and Amy. Everyone knows the Family Guy daughter, Meg. Meg, played by Mila Kunis. And Jimmy McKeon is here getting Meg as well. Poor Meg. Poor Meg gets no respect in that family. Minnie is saying my audio is out of sync. Is that true for TikTok viewers as well? If so, I can restart. Otherwise, I might encourage Minnie to restart. If my audio is out of sync, hello, that's a test. Awkward people to run into, perhaps. Okay. Okay. Jesting Rabbit is here saying X's. I like that answer. I'm out of sync. Okay. Uh-oh. That's not good. I'm going to restart then. Bear with me. If we do this early, I'm hoping it'll be okay. Give me one. Oops. Hopefully I'm still live. Just sharing my screen again. Get the crossword going. Okay. Hello. Did that help? How are you? I'm waiting for some feedback because I don't want to be out of sync for a whole stream if I can help it. Getting a lot of glitches where sync looks good, says Jesting Rabbit. I look live. I'm in sync, I think. Much better. You're good. Okay, good. Relief. That was worth doing. Thank you, Minnie, for alerting me. Much better. Shy Girl is here. Good for me, says Douglas. Great. So where were we? I think people were saying X's, awkward people to run into, perhaps. Definitely your ex-partner could definitely be an awkward person to run into. Where are we here? 3 down. Frutti di blank. Italian seafood dish. What do we think about that? Scab is back with a good answer. Felix said, I don't really look at the host, though. It's interesting. How come? Am I hard to look at, Felix? CJ is here. Yeah, a lot of people guessing the same thing. Oh, no, Shania says, I ran into my ex this past weekend, but avoided her. Wow. Yeah, that's a classic thing to do when you are encountering an ex. Just avoid. People say mare. I'm sure I'm butchering that pronunciation in Italian. I think this means fruit of the sea. I don't know if it refers to a specific Italian dish, but Viking likes it. The keyboard covers my face mostly. Gotcha. Yes, especially on TikTok, which is a very cluttered screen. We got Isaac on YouTube also getting mare. Nice work. And 13 across is glorify. Ria says it's correct. Okay. Ria feels confident. Melissa Bogle is back. and Teresa and Rand and Isaac all saying exalt. I like that. All right, maybe we look at 17 across, perhaps our first themer of the day. And it has an asterisk, which always means theme answer. This little star here tips us off. It's definitely, no more guessing, it's definitely a themer. Vessel secretly ridden by Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark. Interesting clue. Vessel secretly ridden by Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's been ages since I've seen that movie, but TikTok seems unanimous. George is back. How you doing, George? Yeah, Felix and D and Blake and Scab and Efon and Isaac are all saying, and Jen Couture, German sub. Yeah, Tess, like I barely remember that. Me too. It does seem kind of familiar, Tess, but I might have needed another cross or two to get that. So we have German sub as our first themer. It has a star, but nothing is jumping out at me as very strange here, right? Like there's no pun. I think this is just a straightforward clue answer. So yeah, Scab is guessing maybe they're sandwiches. That's not a bad guess. Like it ends in sub, maybe another one ends in hero or something. But I think we'll have to keep solving to figure this out. Let's see. Yeah, Shania's excited. Are we getting a sandwich-themed crossword? Oh, I'm already feeling kind of hungry. This might not be good for me. Yeah, Logician has the same guess that it might be hero, hoagie. What else do we got? Grinder. Okay. So where are we? Brief fight. Drink fake Coke, ingesting rabbit, and D. Shania's making a sub for lunch. Ah, very fitting. If you put some schnitzel on it, you could make it a German sub. Set 2. Yeah, set 2 is a brief fight. Never really used this phrase in my normal life, but it is a thing. Yeah, Felix says set 2 sounds perfectly crosswordese, exactly. And Jesting Rabbit was concerned about this strange letter combination here, but the clue is making sense of it. One of many in Boston Common. It's always good to be on alert for, LMT. When is that ever all in a row in a word? But it's a multi-word phrase. Warthog is back, and Viking getting elm tree. I used to live about a 10-minute walk from Boston Common, which is very nice. Beautiful park. Position. Nice. Catching up on chat a little bit. Shania's making meatball marinara, making me hungry as usual. And drink fake Coke. Jilly and Rand and Viking saying static. Interesting. Position static. Not sure about that. I think status makes a little more sense. What Warthog and VetArt is back on YouTube. Also guessing status, and Isaac. Yeah, your position in a company maybe is your status or something like that. Your position in a high social hierarchy. These kinds of things. 0. Okay. 0. Often words meaning 0 do begin with N. And normally I would have thought it could be nada or nil, but I think none is the only one that works with the current letters, and Jillian, Gil, and CJ, and Miniest Mini all like none, F1 too. So this is looking good. So far, so smooth. Black blank at 6 down. Rhonda's here. How you doing, Rhonda? You've not missed a ton. We pretty smooth opening section. Kind of cluing that skews young, maybe, with memes and Family Guy. And we don't really understand the theme yet, but perhaps it is sandwiches. Yeah, and people know Isaac on Barbara's on Facebook, also guessing none. Jilly and Jen and Amy saying ops, black ops. Yeah, that seems right. Ops, this OPS is always either clued as black blank or photo blank. Photo ops is another one. I think those are the only 2 times when this abbreviation ops is used. Alejoy, how you doing? Also saying ops. Giants Slugger Mel. This is another classic bit of crosswordese. I mean, it's a real person, a crossworthy person, as we say, but with a name like OTT, constructors cannot help themselves but to put Mel all over their grids. Yeah, and Jen was guessing Orr, which is another. I think that's a hockey player. Yeah, there's Bobby Orr and Mel Ott. Yes, if you solve crosswords, you need both these names at your fingertips. This time we're getting Ott, though. blank beta kappa. Greek letters, but these ones mean something specific. Everyone seems to know it. Douglas and Melissa drink fake Coke. Viking and Blake and Logician all sang Phi and CJ. Phi Beta Kappa. It's like an honor for graduates. Razor is here, who followed us. Thank you so much. Also getting Phi. And sending a heart. You're the best. Not to brag, but I got Phi Beta Kappa in my when I was graduating. That helps me with that answer. 7 down, flip through. Silent Auction is on YouTube saying, oh wait, I caught it at just the right time. I can't believe this. Well, I'm glad you're here, Silent Auction. And just so you know, we stream every day at noon Eastern time. So same time every day. We are here with a new puzzle, and you were just in time to enjoy this one. Okay. Pretty much unanimous. JP and Isaac on YouTube and Jennifer on TikTok all tell me thumb. I pronounced your username right. Good. Razor 1969. I'm glad to hear it. Thumb. Yeah, flip through to thumb through. Good. What do we have here? Leg bone. Okay, I think Logician was guessing this way back. Warthog had this one already plugged into the keyboard. Tibia is a leg bone for sure. Scav and Viking and Amy and Sella all agree. Yeah, so far, should we check 24 across? Maybe here, I'll check 21 first, and then we'll go to 24. X and Pearl actress, Goth. I'm excited to see this one in. Any horror fans in chat? We are in spooky season. I'm a big horror movie fan, and I love these movies. Pearl in particular is a very interesting movie. Pearl is the sequel of X, actually a prequel. And I highly recommend seeing them if you haven't. Pearl in particular, but you kind of got to watch X first. Yeah, Mia Goth, people know. Scav says Pearl is such a weird movie. I know, but it was very, yeah, it was an unusual horror movie, but it was creepy, effective, good storytelling, good acting. I really like Pearl. I was a little disappointed by the third one in the series. There's a third installment that wasn't quite as good as the first two. Minnie, not a horror person. Yeah, you're not alone there. But Mia Goth is a great actress. I think she's in the upcoming Frankenstein movie as well. Okay, 24 across. Second themer, because we have a star. And it is Hank Aaron's record, 2,297. Hello, AJ, back on YouTube. Yes. Seeing a lot of people give the abbreviation, but it does look like we're going to have to spell this all out. Runs batted in. Hank Aaron has a record for RBIs in baseball. Looks great. Yeah, Shania likes that. Tim Heisler likes it. Rob Addison. I think this has to be right. This does, though, dash our theory about sandwiches, because I don't see a sandwich here. Right? We were hoping that with German sub as our first themer, that we would be getting a bunch of sandwiches. But what do these have in common? I'm still not sure. The star tells me that there's going to be some revealing phrase at some point in the puzzle, so we can just keep solving and trust the puzzle to reveal its secrets to us. But if anyone has an idea... yeah, it feels like you've never had an in sandwich. Yeah, I guess I'm missing out. Totally stumped. That's kind of how I'm feeling with this theme so far. Yeah, Barbara's giving me the shrug. But Logician and... Rob Addison is saying at a loss, which is a good answer, except it doesn't fit with the letters we have. I think Tess and D are onto something with at sea, which is a phrase that means totally stumped. Blake is like at sea, every other puzzle, yeah. All right, let's go up here. This lonely section needs some attention. 9 across, grows faint. People giving me the shrug. I don't know if that's the emoji that's affiliated with at sea, because people like to give emoji. And maybe a shrug and an ocean would be a good rebus for at sea. I guess you guys are the emoji experts. I don't need to tell you how to do your thing. Okay. Grows faint. Yeah, Judy wants fades, which does make sense, except again, that's 5 letters, and we only have 4 to work with here. And AJ's saying fade, but I think with the grows, we do need agreement there, so it should be... Yeah, I think what Isaac is saying on YouTube makes a lot of sense. Dims. Yeah, okay, Rand and Rob and Shania on TikTok are agreeing. Yeah, dims fits. Looks good. Susie Q likes it as well. Ooh, Drink Fake Coke pointing out that it could be Ebbs as well. It's a good point. Grows faint. Ebbs does kind of mean that. Dims is a little more accurate, so we'll keep it for now. But let's keep that in mind that it could be Ebbs. Crystal is back on YouTube, also guessing Dims. Abbey title at 9 down. Scab saying hasn't seen Downton Abbey. Surprised there weren't any horror fans that bit at that. Scab has seen it and thought it was weird. Literally no one else likes X or Pearl. I feel so alone here. But Rygene's favorite followed us. Thank you so much for that. I see. Interesting. Isaac and Logician Shania Scab are all guessing Dom. Abbey title. I guess we're talking a general abbey, like where monks hang out. What's DCN? I don't think I know that. Dom. Earl. I'm not sure. Maybe we move on for now. Yeah. I think a lot of people are feeling unsure about that stuff. So let's check this one. Covered by one's insurance. Covered by one's insurance. I really want this to be in network, right? But that clearly doesn't fit. Insured. Yeah, Shania's like, we're very much at sea by this. It's true. I am feeling. Yeah, silent auction also guessing insured, which first of all doesn't fit. Second of all, kind of repeats a word from the clue. Oh, D and Jen and JP are all suggesting in area. It's not really a phrase I've heard to describe insurance. It's in network, right? In area. Is this a thing? I'll trust you guys. We've checked the R. Check the R. Loan option for short. F1 likes in area as well. So we stick with it. But yeah, we had a really smooth thing going for a while, and I feel like we've sort of screeched to a halt in this section. Ooh, Rich Little is guessing refi. Jilly agrees. Yeah, Blake is saying, are we sure this isn't Saturday? No, this is not a Saturday stumper. Refi, like refinance. Silent Auction says these are hard, lol. Yeah, they are hard. But I find that when we all solve them together, they end up feeling more approachable. Refinance is a thing, and it's for short. Could be rate. Interesting. Loan option, a rate. Oh, that does make things tough, doesn't it? Oh no, am I out of sync again? Is it just Blake? Oh, no. Okay. Well, last time I didn't lose you guys when I refreshed, so maybe I just have to do this a couple times. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on. Let me refresh. Stay with me, please. I'm still here. Hopefully you are too. And sharing my screen again. Setting us up. Okay. Hopefully I didn't lose anybody and my audio looks better with my mouth. Or should I just cover my mouth so that nobody can even tell that I'm out of sync? Better. Rhonda says better. And Viper followed us during that snafu. So thank you so much, Viper. Makes me feel better about it all. Felix says no, but you're blurry. Oh no. Oh no. NK Jemison genre. Mini's meaning guessing Saudi, which does fit, but I don't think of Saudi as a genre, really. I think Isaac makes sense with sci-fi. Let's see. Rate isn't for short, as JP points out. That's a really good point. Okay, I think we're actually in good shape here. Genre does look like sci-fi. Does anyone actually know N.K. Jemisin? Is anyone? I'm guessing it's an author. Have you read it? So sci-fi works with refinance, science fiction. That's looking good. J. Crum is happy. Sean is happy with refi. And what else? And in area is looking correct with this R. Silent Auction confirms that she's a sci-fi writer. N.K. Jemisin. Nice. Perfect. Yeah, 8 Kits agrees. It's a writer. 19 across is saw. Saw. Ooh, F-on, very good guess. Ledition agreeing. Nice. J. Crumb has read Jemison. And D, a maxim. Not an easy clue. A saw, it's weird. A saw kind of means adage. Like an old saw, they say. An old saw is like a saying. So maxim. But saw has so many meanings. It's not an easy clue. And now back. We were thinking Dom. Some people were saying Dom as an Abbey title. So I think we are slowly piecing this together. Yeah, JP, I feel okay with Dom now with the M. Silent Auction says, if not a Saturday Stumper, why Saturday Stumper shaped? It's an interesting philosophical question. All crosswords are this shape. What do you mean? It's a very standard crossword size, 15 by 15. And Saturday Stumpers don't have themes. This puzzle clearly has a theme. CBA just followed us. Thank you so much. Okay, where are we? Key with 1 sharp. Ooh. And it's an abbreviation. Unfortunately, unless you know, this could be kind of any letter. Because this is going to be like C minor, for example. And it's for short, so it's C min, C minor. But I don't know what key has only 1 sharp. People saying E, and waiting as champagne is going to be on ice. All right, finally, we get out of this section. That was a tough little interlude. We have a word emerging at 11 down, so that's a relief. Found object art often. Okay. I think this is where we have our comeback. Good. Yeah, this is where we're coming back. Felix, Tess, Blake, Drink Fake, Coke, Rhonda, J. Crumb, all saying mixed media. Kim Williams agrees. Susie Q agrees, and Gil. I really like that entry. Mixed media, found object art. It's kind of cool. Isaac on YouTube agrees, and we're back. Robert wants mixed tapes, but I don't think that works as well for found object art, you know? I'm thinking like, I don't know, art that's made out of, what, cigarette butts. I'm sure I've seen something like that before. AJV just shared the live, thank you. Clothing line. Warthog was quick on this one. Silent Auction and Isaac agree. A seam. It's another good clue. Because you think like a line of clothing, you know, a product line, but no, it's literally a line on your clothing is a seam. All right, let's go back to 27 across, I think. Susie Q says, I'm an artist, so easy roast. What kind of art do you make? Divine. Divine. Okay. Someone on YouTube is participating, but I think your comments are in Arabic, and fortunately I don't read Arabic, so I don't think I'm going to be able to read your comments. Taken by Dawn followed us. Oh, where are we? I see F1 and D. Ooh, very good. Oh, Suzuki makes murals. That's awesome. And Isaac and Ledition all saying 4C. Wow, not an easy clue. This clue is kind of like Saw, right? It has so many meanings, and the one that it turns out to be is not the one you expect. Divine means to me like heavenly, but no, to divine is also to see ahead into the future. Very good. And Miguel says, my brain is not braining today. I think this puzzle is just a little tricky. I think they're making you feel that way. Yeah, too divine, Melissa, exactly. It's a nice one. Silent Auction says, I don't get it. I mean, look up the word divine, you know, divination, for example. Divination is the act of like looking into the future, predicting. Instrument commonly made from African blackwood. Interesting, yeah. Thoron is like, gotta be oboe. I tend to agree with you, Thoron. classic crossword instrument. Wait, Thoron, you were on my stream a couple weeks ago, and you said you had the New York Times crossword that week. Was that you? You had a Tuesday puzzle recently in the New York Times. I solved it, thinking I might see you again, and I really enjoyed it. And it was an instrument theme, and I just saw you answer oboe. Am I making things up, or is that you? Prefix with net or com? Prefix with net. Thorn says, yes, I have Tuesday, October 21st. No, but did you have one from a couple weeks ago? Because that one hasn't come out yet. Yeah, Razor says oboe is used in crosswords over and over again. It's very true. Thorn says, I'm half right. Oh, it wasn't you. Okay, apologies. Well, I'll look out for you on the 21st. Prefix with net or com. Ooh, Jilly and Clark are saying inter. Isaac and Minnie agree. Yeah, logician. It's really nice. I would have thought like .com, right? .net, .com. I think that's the play on words here. But no, internet and intercom. Good stuff. Tag and James Hendry and Thoron all agree. Great. Andrew G is here agreeing as well. Okay. River to the English Channel. Larry, Locke, and Clark. Andrew G, yeah. Everyone agreeing. Miniest Mini, the Seine. River primarily in France, right? Jay Crum and Rob Addison agree on that. Okay. I'm curious if 39 is a themer or not. It is. So, because we have a star. Ursine critter with a distinctive orange patch on its chest. Interesting. So I'm trying to remember. Ursine is bear, right? Ursa Major is a bear constellation. So I think Ursine must mean bear-like. Yeah, Felix is saying something bear. Sun bear. Thoron is excited about sun bear. Isaac, Melissa, Rhonda, Ledition all agree. Silent Auction says y'all are way too knowledgeable. Thing is, everyone knows a little bit about something. You've answered several things already that made me think you're knowledgeable. Sun bear. I don't think I know what a sun bear is, speaking of knowledgeable. What's a sun bear? Rob Addison says they're awesome. So they have an orange patch on their chest? Huh. What's TE? Region abbreviation, territory. Okay, so that does actually check out. So I think Sun Bear is right. Warthog says they're cool. I wish you guys could share photos in chat because I want to see a sun bear. It's a small, cute bear, says Suzy Q. V-shaped orange patch. Interesting. Let's do 35 across. They're quite cute, says Minnie. Yeah, so we're no closer to this theme, are we? Drink Fake Coke is observing. Letters of Sun Bear also appear in 17 across and 24 across. Oh. Sun Bear. You're right. Sun Bear. Huh. So are we anagramming? Abate. Oh, snub. We're anagramming the word snub. Huh. Jaden just followed us. Thank you. Thank you, Jaden. All right. Oh, Vedar and Rhonda are both reminding me of Bearcat, which is another crazy. That was from a Saturday Stumper. Abate looks like Ebb, so we actually got Ebb after all. We were guessing maybe Ebb for 9 across. Couple at 41 across. Oh, Annette was also saying end, which it actually could be. But I think of abate as more the downturn. Ebbing is, receding. And ending is ending. That's the final say. It could be end, but yeah, Annette is now saying duo for 41 across, which I like. Silent Auction and Miniest Mini voting for duo as well. Couple and duo. Suzuki says abate is stop. Really? I think of abate as die down. I think of abate as more of a present progressive type verb, but maybe I'm wrong. Silent Auction says finally got one. I don't even think that was your first one, though. You've been participating a lot. Yeah, abate is lesson, says Thoron. I agree with that definition. But I thought abate was stop. Huh. Maybe we're all right. Could that be? A gym unit. So silent auction is guessing LBS for pounds. Not a bad guess, like weights, a unit. But Isaac and Crystal on YouTube and Viking and Michael are saying rep. Jane is also saying rep, which makes sense as well. Like you do a set of curls or something, you do a bunch of reps. Brian Sims agrees on rep. Let's check the down. Tess says I think of it as lesson as well. And someone else was also coming in with a definition. Yeah, slowly come to a stop, Melissa. Silent Auction now agrees that rep makes more sense, so we're all happy with rep. Lucky says, I just joined, so I'm confused, but all themers have Sun Bear in them. Lucky, you're not the only one confused. We're all at C today. Scav was saying that maybe we're anagramming the word snub, but it's true. All the themers seem to have all the letters from Sun Bear, but why? Mini guessing fork. No, I don't think fork makes expedition. I think Viking and Melissa and Michael on TikTok are good with Ford. A car? Ford Expedition? Looks right. We have comply. Warthog saying it could actually be buns. That maybe we're scrambling not snub but buns. It's true. They're anagrams of each other, so it could be either. An anagram of one is an anagram of the other. Obey. Looking good. Mo and Juggalo getting obey. Go green, perhaps. Good clue. Not so hard now that we see two of the three letters, but without these letters, I think this would be a very difficult clue. Thoron says, I think it could be a buns anagram. So now we're liking buns over snub, huh? Bear Down Cat and Silent Auction getting die. Barbara McDowell on Facebook also getting die. Yeah, go green. I like that. We're not talking environmental. We're literally talking like dyeing your hair green, for example. Org for LeBron James and Steph Curry. Okay. I think this one's a gimme, so I'll look at 34 down as well. Grand Blanc National Park. Felix says, but are we all in agreement that something is being anagrammed in the themers? It seems like a reasonable theory to me, Felix. At least letters are being repeated in the themers. I agree with you all that it's not a coincidence that there's all these B's and N's and, right? Like, the fact that all the letters in Sun Bear appear in both of the others, I think 50 across will be quite informative. Oh, I'm out of sync again. It's terrible. All right. Luckily, it's an easy fix. I'll restart right after putting this in because Quiva is back saying Teton. Grand Teton National Park, yes, is in Wyoming, and everyone knows that the NBA is where LeBron James and Steph Curry. Good. Shredded blank. It's weird. This puzzle kind of goes back and forth between being pretty easy and quite difficult. Like some of these clues in the middle section and the opening section were piece of cake, and now then we really struggled over here. Yeah, Kim Williams and Jane and Miniest Mini are all saying shredded wheat, which looks great. And let's check 44 across as well. Yeah, Vedart, Annette, Rand. Rand even giving me the wheat emoji. Very nice. Barbara says to eat. Shredded wheat to eat. Why not? Euro Forerunner. Ooh. Huh. Yeah, Thoron pointing out that interested to hear the logic behind Sun Bear and Territory Crossing when it could have been Sunbeam and Term. And Term is kind of a better crossword entry than Terror abbreviation because this is sort of a rare abbreviation, but Term is a legit word and Sunbeam is just as legit as Sun Bear, if not more. So maybe that means this R is somehow essential to the theme. Very constructor-minded, Thoron. Lira. Yeah, Silent Auction and Mini and Efon all saying Lira, Euro Forerunner. I think we're talking a former currency of Italy here. Although also like a current currency of Turkey. Am I wrong about that? I think I think the currency in Turkey right now is the lira. Hello, Lulu. How you doing? And Woodstock followed us. Thanks, Woodstock. Fluffy accessories next to Aloe Target. If anyone is watching and doesn't follow, do consider it. We stream every day at noon Eastern time. We're always here with a new puzzle. It's always a good time, and following is a great way to keep in touch. Barbara McDowell on Facebook getting boas for fluffy accessories. I like that. Yeah, now Thoron is anagramming every entry in the grid, lira to real, another currency. And aloe target, of course, you put aloe on sunburns. Great. Oh, LeBron James and Steph Curry by birth. We're back to LeBron and Steph Curry. Okay. Yes, by birth. What are they by birth? Yeah, Felix and Logician seem to know. Bear Down Cat and Blake seem to know. Larry Locke seems to know. Minnie's guessing Omahans, which I think is a good guess, but I think it's just not factually true. I happen to know that LeBron James was born in Akron, Ohio. I don't know where in Ohio Steph Curry was born, but presumably this works. Ohioans? Yeah, Melissa and Jane and CJ all like it. J. Crumb. Good. Let's check 29 down. I kind of want to see what this long one is. Obstacle course component often. Okay, we already have a rope, which ropes do appear in obstacle courses. So I think we're on track here. Oh, Curry's from Akron as well, says CJ. Ooh, interesting. So Minnie's saying rope bridge. I do like. Most people on TikTok and Ned and Amy and Gil are saying rope ladder. They really could both be it, right? User Buff TV followed us. Thank you. Do we like ladder or do we like bridge? What are those bridges called that are made of ropes? They're called rope bridges? They both fit Silent Auction. So maybe we need a cross. TikTok seems very much in favor of ladder, and but Barbara's telling me bridge on Facebook, so I don't know. Viking just followed us. Thank you. Could be either. Second career nurse says fun. I hope you're having fun. I hope that's what that means. I'm having fun too. Okay says roperty rope. All right, I don't even know what. I don't even know why I read that. Actress Ramini. Okay, I know this one. And this is going to sort out our bridge ladder conundrum. Yeah, Melissa's already saying it checks out. Leah Ramini. Can't remember what show she was on, but the TV buff who just joined should know. I know Leah Ramini as a famous former Scientologist who speaks out against Scientology a lot. But Leah Ramini works nicely with rope ladder. Great entry, by the way. I like these long bonus entries, rope ladder and mixed media. Nice choices. King of Queens, that's right, Blar, thank you. King of Queens, what Leah Ramini was on. Second career nurse and CJ, and Deb Zen hooking me up with that knowledge as well. Okay. Deckhand. Oh, Silent Auction wanted SWAT, which made sense before we saw the clue, but I think a deckhand is more of a swab, as Jane and Blake and Jillian Lucky are telling me. And Isaac. Yeah, swab. Oh, let's check 50 across, because oh, we have a B. Maybe that's not a coincidence. Let's check 50 across. Another star, another themer. Don't pull any shenanigans. Don't pull any shenanigans. And I don't know exactly what we should be looking for here. I'm really hoping 61 across is a revealer, because if not, I have no idea what's going on. Don't pull any shenanigans. Ooh. Ooh, I like what I'm seeing. Isaac on YouTube, Ledition on Twitch, and Efon on TikTok all have the same guess, but none of you can see each other. It was all independent. Yeah, and now people are agreeing. Gil on TikTok. Mean Business. Nice poll. How'd you get that? How'd you all get that? With barely any letters in place. Mean Business. Great entry. It fits the clue. Don't pull any shenanigans. I mean business. I'm not going to pull any shenanigans, right? Matt Peak just followed us. Thank you. Yeah, Felix thinks it's great. Melissa's happy with it. Thorin is happy with it. Okay. Yeah, I like it too. And let's just check if all the letters from Sunbear are in it. There's no R. Whoa, okay, that's actually information. There's no R in mean business. We were thinking maybe all these letters get repeated. That also brings up Thoron's point about why wasn't this an M. Medieval Gaming just followed us. Yeah, no Sunbear. So what does it mean? Oh, could have been real business. Interesting. Don't pull any shenanigans. Real business. I think mean business is just a better for it. Barbara says I'm out of sync again. Why does this keep happening? Should I restart? Scotch cookie recipe. Scotch cookie recipe. Crystal and Melissa and Tess are all saying mace. Nice. Yeah, mace is a spice related to nutmeg. Rhonda says, please restart. Okay, I'm doing it. Oh my god, I'm sorry about this. I don't think this is many times. Hopefully you're still with me. I'm still here. I'm just setting us up again. And it seems to work for a little bit, and then I lose it again. Very sorry about this. I appreciate all your patience. Hopefully my audio is back. Biotech bacteria. Biotech bacteria. Hello again, Minnie. Drinkfit Coke says mace is the delicate pith of the nutmeg. Wow. Well said. Okay. Yes, good. Lots of people, Crystal and Isaac, and Viper saying Ebola. Interesting. Yeah, really, why E. coli over Ebola, actually? I'm actually confused. Biotech. I think we need a cross, because I don't see why we should pick E. coli over Ebola. They're both... I guess bacteria is definitely E. coli. Maybe Ebola refers to the... Oh, Ebola's a virus, says Judy. Well, that would be a reason. That's a good reason. And Viking, one of our newest followers, says Let There Be Rock is AC/DC. Great, and that works nicely with E. coli, so happy with that. So happy with E. coli. Michael Rogers likes AC/DC. Barbara on Facebook likes AC/DC. We're cruising again. Coop up. Coop up? Okay. It usually doesn't go this long where we don't know the theme. I feel like we would have guessed it by now in most puzzles. Okay, Janet wants enclose, which looks nice, except that it doesn't quite fit. We need one fewer letter. Isaac is saying Trips is saying encase, and Isaac is saying encage. Wow, they really do both work, don't they? Encage and encase. So we check the cross. Woeful words. Do 61 across, be brave. Okay, just for you, Blake, I'll do 61 across right after we finish this section. I'm going right there. We're gonna try to fix this. Fix our knowledge of the world. Juzzy is saying an elegy. That looks good. Yeah, an elegy it's like a sad poem about death. Yeah, and so it was encaged for coop up. And what else do we have here? Musical endings. Crossing. I guess this is part of GPS, not point of GPS. Part of GPS. And here is really ticks off. All right, I think we got this. Yeah, Rock and Rhonda classically getting the musical clues. Codas are musical endings. And GPS stands for Global Positioning System. So this is part of GPS. And IRS. Usually I think of IR as a noun rather than a verb, but I think it can be a verb as well. All right, Beans is here getting sis. Welcome, Beans. And here we go. 61 across. It is a revealer. Casual updos, or What can be found in the answers to the starred clues? Casual updos, or what can be found in the answers to the starred clues? Okay, I think we were noticing the right thing. Wow. Yeah, F on and D and, ooh, who's that? Heinsum. I don't recognize your username, but welcome. You just cracked open a theme. Yeah, Amy Gal, Felix, Isaac. I like this revealer. Messy buns. Casual updos. Messy buns. Hairstyle. Drink Make Coke says, yeah, it's not the strongest theme ever. I enjoyed it. Put a smile. I like the revealer, you know, if you're going to do an anagram, I like the fact that it's messy, you know. And we do have, now I'm seeing Mean Business does have buns. So it wasn't snub, but Scav. Scav noticed early on that we were anagramming snub. But it turned out it was buns. I think it was Warthog who pointed out that it could have been buns. Messy buns. There we go. Finally got it. Well done. And Heinsum just followed us. Oh no, Felix says this puzzle made me irrationally angry. Why? Oh, Ledition noticed buns. Sorry about that. Yeah, uh-huh. Totally. Uh-huh. Laid low. Barbara and Silent Auction and Isaac all getting this right. Laid low. Blar and Trips and Jane and Juzzy B all saying I'm hid. Yeah, if you lie low, you hide. Razor. Robin McLean. Okay. Yeah, Felix is pointing out what Thoron was saying, that this should have been Sunbeam and Term. This is an interesting choice. Sunbeam and Term. I guess everyone was excited about Sunbear. But it's true that it turned out this R was not essential to the theme. Disney Lion. Yeah, it's got to be Simba at this point. Perfect. Next to convened. Perfect and convened. Who wants a 1-2 punch? Yeah. Tess and Jane and Robin and CJ are all saying ideal. Oh, someone on TikTok, on YouTube just left. Don't leave. We're playing Hurdle after this. So even though we've cracked the theme, you don't want to miss out on Hurdle. It's some people's favorite part of stream. Oh, Blake, I just picked up that buns is in some order in each answer. I'm slow. Yeah, that's what Messy Buns is all about. That we're actually scrambling the letters in buns in all of these theme answers. German Sub has buns right there. Sun Bear has buns in the first 4-letter. Mean Business, it's right there. Yes, to convene is to sit, convened, and sat. And let's just check the crosses. Flock sound is ba, and PC key near Z is alt. I don't think that's on my keyboard, but that's because I'm not on a PC. Good. Goose is leaving, Jack. No, Vedart, we need you. We need you for Hurdle. Are there any good 5-letter words in this? Feminine possessive next to, my vote is to skip it. My vote is to skip it. Yeah, Janet Rauna. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing your last name. Apologies for that. Silent Auction and Barbara saying hers. Ooh, ideal. Trips is giving me all caps. Rondo is suggesting we use ideal for Hurdle. Yeah, that's a great opener. Ideal. I think we should do that. Jesse B and Isaac and Ria are all saying, I say no. My vote is to skip it. I say no. Got clobbered. Yeah, Blake agrees on ideal. I think it was Tess who was suggesting exalt, but Tess is always encouraging me to be irresponsible with my Hurdle. Yeah, be brave. Use Maxim. Exactly. No, we don't want to use X's in opening words for Hurdle. It's bad strategy. Got clobbered looks like lost big. I like that entry too. The long entries in this puzzle are solid. Lost big. Lost bad. Ooh, Teresa saying lost bad. That's true. It actually could be lost bad. I think lost big feels a little more natural to me, but okay. No, Blake, don't sit the rest out. We need you. Okay. Rizzo of Midnight Cowboy. I'm going to need some help on this one. Douglas. So a lot of people saying ratio. Viking seems very excited about Ratso. Sounds vaguely familiar. Ratso Rizzo says Viking. Okay, I'm going to trust you. All right, our last section. Let's make this count. I want confetti. Corded. Corded. This might be our first question mark clue in the entire puzzle. The only one. Heinsum, how do I pronounce your name? And Snoopy are saying sued. That is a cute clue. Courted, not as in wooed, but as in sued. As soon as. Nicole is busy, says sued. Yeah, took to court, not dated. Exactly, Blake. Robin McLean is saying once, and Razor and Suzy Q all saying once. Yeah, as soon as X happens, Y will happen. Once X happens, Y will happen. Looking good. Emma Roberts to Julia Roberts. I knew this. Both famous actresses. Yeah, Amy and Jennifer. Everyone knows Julia Roberts and is Emma Roberts' aunt. Oh, and it looks like lost big then after all, and only one letter left in this puzzle suddenly. City east of the Great Salt Lake, crossing capital Fig. Capital with an O here. So we're talking state capital, nation's capital type thing. Yes, I'm already seeing some drum roll. It looks like I'm putting an N in here. City east of the Great Salt Lake, Ogden. Wow, I guess that's a city in Utah? Normally this is clued via the poet Ogden Nash. Capital figure, though, does look like a senator. I'm putting in the N. Let's see, did we get the confetti? Don't go anywhere because we're playing Hurdle. Yes, well done. Decently quick solve. Well done, everybody. I enjoyed the messy buns. Seems like there was mixed reviews in chat, but I enjoyed finding these messy buns. I like that it kept us guessing to the very end. Okay, but don't go anywhere. I'm switching to Hurdle. And while I switch to Hurdle, in case anyone is thinking of leaving, I want to remind you all that tomorrow is a very special stream. Rizwan Manji is going to be here with Ame from Schitt's Creek. So in case you're leaving now, I want you to know to tune in to tomorrow's stream. Okay, Hurdle we go. You can all see it, I hope? Appetite says, I'm leaving. No, don't leave. I am here. I can see you. Silent Auction says use Ogden. No, I don't think we can do Ogden because it's a proper noun. Amy wants Exalt. Amy and Tess are bad influences on me when it comes to Hurdle. I think Ideal is a great starting entry for Hurdle. Comes from the puzzle, which I always like. Got a lot of vowels in it, common letters. And just as I say that, I get humiliated. Wow, not a single hit. That is rough. All right, Appetites on YouTube. If you give me a 5-letter word that doesn't have any of these letters in it, I'll go with whatever you say. But I need it soon. I'm getting lots of good guesses on TikTok. Silent Auction is saying fowls. Okay. Shout. A lot of people. Oh, court. Court is a good one because it uses an O and a U. A lot of other common letters. And it was in our puzzle. So I like court. And it was a very successful guess. So if you haven't played Hurdle before, by the way, we're trying to guess a 5-letter word. We have 6 guesses to do it. We get information with every guess. This green means that there is an O in the second position. The yellow means that there is an R and a T somewhere in the word, but not in these positions. And gray means that these letters do not appear in the word we're looking for. So what now? Larry saying and Melissa both saying 40. Very interesting guess. I like it a lot. Worth is another guess. All right, let's try 40 first. Yeah? Silent auction guessing ports. Just to let you know, silent auction, that they tend to not do plural words like that. So we definitely could guess it for the information, but the answer probably isn't something like ports. Ooh, sadly, this didn't give us what we needed, and it does rule out worth too. Diane is guessing rotor. A lot of people guessing rotor or motor. Okay, maybe we guess rotor because no matter what, we will find out where the R lives if we guess rotor, right? There are only 2 more positions for it. So let's try this, I hope. Well done! Well done. Okay, pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. And again, if you haven't played Hurdle before, we are now on our second board out of 5. We're going to do this 5 times. Our first guess is automatically the answer to the previous board, and then something special happens at the very end. Melissa wants audio, which is usually a good Hurdle guess, except we know there's no O, so it feels a bit of a waste. D says ideal, which is not a bad guess for this situation, frankly. Yeah, Larry is voting ideal as well. Maybe we go for it. Yeah, I don't see why not. Ruth says, what is this live about? We solve games from Arkadium.com. So we just finished a crossword, and we do a group solve. I'm also talking to a TikTok chat, so the chat supplies the answers. I am a host, and right now we're playing Hurdle, and we're trying to guess a 5-letter word. So do participate, Ruth. We know there's an E, A, and L somewhere. Barbara suggesting sweat, which is a interesting guess, except there's no T, Barbara, we know from rotor. Leech and leave and leafy. All seem reasonable. Leave. All right, what should we do? Solid auction guessing whale. It's a totally different direction that also works. Should we try it? I'm kind of tempted to try this. Okay, well, it placed the A and the E. It rolls out things like leafy. We still need a home for our L. Ruth says, how do I participate? Well, so right now we're trying to guess a 5-letter word, and green means we have some clues about what letters we know. Whatever the word is, for example, is going to have an A in the 3rd position. It's going to have an E in the 5th position. So type 5-letter words into chat. I can see what you're saying. What do we like? Scott Fleming is saying lease. I want to Lease, so a double E. Plate. Yeah, Felix plate, plain place. Maybe we should do something like that. PLA. Not plate, because we know there's no T. So maybe place? Anything wrong with this guess? I think place is a reasonable guess, yeah? Amy's saying we might need a filler. That could be wise. Well, I really want to place this L. No T. Larry Locke is happy. Oh, and Ruth was guessing flame. Yeah, which it also could be, frankly. Ruth, I do see you, but I have place here. Other people on TikTok are guessing place, so I'm going to go for it. All right. So we placed our L. Flame was a good guess. It really could be flame still. And now the question is, oh, AJ Bradley is also saying blame. Yeah, I'm a little worried. Do we need blaze? Do we need a filler word? What it's called, where we don't honor the letters that we have in place. We just try to guess some word that has a B and an F and an M, as many of these as we can. Because flame, blaze, blame, flake. Yeah, there's too many possibilities. Yeah, Lucky saying we defo need a filler. So what would be a good filler? Yeah, what would be a good filler? Bulky. Bulky guesses the K and the B. Fable guesses the F and the B. Yeah, Tess and Silent Auction are pointing out slave as well. Befog. Didn't we do that the other day? Douglas says, hey, filler, that's me. Douglas Filler, that's great. Films. I just want to check this. Can we get anything? Maybe guessing an S is not a bad idea. Because it could be slake, I just realized. Like slake your desires. Flubs. Is that better? I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what to do. Glaze, flake, because there's so many possibilities. Should we try flubs? Is it a bad one? It'll give us information about 3 of the letters that we're putting out there. Kitty cat likes flubs. So maybe we do this. I'm nervous. I really don't want to lose. We can lose. We have lost before. Yeah, Quiva supports flubs. I think you need an M. Viking says no. Uh-oh. Pam says yes. So what do I do? Because if none of these hit, then we'll definitely put an M somewhere. But wait, why do we need an M if we're guessing the F and the B? Flask. Interesting. Wait. Flask doesn't check the B, though. We have a lot of guesses with Bs. Yeah, blaze or blame. All right, let's try flubs. Tess is voting for it. All right, cross your fingers, everybody. B hit. That was big. That was big. The B hit. So we know this word starts with a B. I'm not going to put everything in, but B-L-A blank E. Oh, and it's either blaze or blame. Damn. I think some people were trying to warn me of this. It can't be Blake. Oh, no. So it's either blame or blaze. What do we do? I don't want to lose, but we might. Janet Rona, yeah. More people seem to be guessing blame. Yeah, Munter. But it really could be either, guys. Sometimes this is the way of hurdle. If we lose, we lose. Here we go. Cross your fingers. Oh, yes! Wow. We live. We live to tell our tale. That was too close for my comfort, guys. A whole snack is like, I'm on the edge of my seat. Me too. That was really... Wow. Wow. Ruth is psyched. I'm psyched too. Oh my god. Okay, I'm so glad we get to play on. His trips us by the skin of our screens. Kitty Cat says, that's what I get for joining late. Oh my god. All right. Silent Auction's like, hell yeah, dude. Oof. All right, let's make this count. We were just given a second chance at life. Let's not waste it. Spoil, I'm seeing. Spoil is a solid guess. Guess is the O-I. I like it. Let's go for it. We know there's an L somewhere. Not very successful. Razor says I tend to go with more commonly used words when it gets down like that. I think that's wise, Razor, and maybe that's why more people were voting blame than blaze, because it's a more common word. Scav says it reminds me of Dilly Day. Yeah, Dilly was one of our words once. So where are we here? I'm saying lunch. Or are you guys just getting hungry? Lunch. It's a good guess. Because we need a vowel. Wow, there's no U. That's actually shocking. Wait, there's no A, E, I, O, or U. This is actually very informative. Because there has to be a Y. You need a vowel. And they're all gone. A, E, I, O, U. We need a... Yeah, okay. Letitia is saying dryly or Riley. Very surprising. Oh, Y is the only vowel. Lucky wants lucky, but no, we now know there's no U. Okay. Dryly. My god. I'm just going to check. It could work. I'll guess dryly. We have enough guesses for Riley if it's wrong. All right, it was Riley. Nothing else works, right? Priley is not a word. Riley? All right, Pam wants it. Here we go. Good. Man, these are getting a little too close for comfort, guys. But we are on 4 out of 5 hurdles. I really want to get to the end. Because that's kind of... If you believe it, the end is actually more tense than anything we've lived through so far. Riley didn't hit at all. Kind of unsurprising. Yeah, Blake voting audio, which is usually a good bet in this situation. Yeah, a lot of people voting audio, because it gets so many of the vowels on the table. We need to go vowel hunting early on. Yeah, that's a solid hit. So, got a lot of letters. We don't know where they live, but we will. Pam says bound. It's a good guess. Doubt. It's another good guess. Yeah. Seeing a lot of bound, sound, doubt, proud, pound. All right. Let's just go, I don't know. Doubt. Let's try it. Nothing wrong with it, right? Here we go. Good. Okay, we found the OU. The D does not live at the beginning, so this is suggesting things like pound. Were there other possibilities? Mound sound. Tripp's helpfully spelling them all out. Mound, sound, bound, found. Okay. So that suggests that we might need a filler. Yes, Gav is calling for a filler word. Yeah, because Brandon's spelling them all out. We can't just be guessing hound. Right. We need a filler. So maybe an SH, because sound and hound are both possibilities. Maybe something that starts with an SH and then has either a P or an L. No L. We know there's no L. So it's not wood. We should guess an N, I think. Although, what do we think? Shape. So shape would guess the P. Shrub. Shift. Shunt. I guess it doesn't have to be an SH. Scamp. No, because the C doesn't help. Slump had P for pound, M for mound, S for sound. That's a good argument. Slump. That has 3 letters. All right, I'm doing it. Shape would give us the most because of hound, pound, and sound. It's the same amount, I think. All right, I'm going to do this. Ooh, swish. No, I'm doing it. Stop second guessing. Okay, nothing hit. That's stressful. Okay. So it's not pound, mound, or sound. So what do we still have live? Hound and found? What else could it be? Flush uses both. Maybe we should guess something with an N as well, just to be safe. Can we guess? Is there any word with an FH and N in it? FH and N, I think, would make me feel good. That's maybe a tall order. I can't think of anything. Finch? Sniff? Whiff. I kind of want to guess an N, just to be sure. Is Finch a terrible idea? Or is it a good one? Yeah, Trips and Brandon like it. Blake likes it. Okay, Finch. Oh my god, why is this so tense? Oh, we got it. We actually have all the information. No guesswork left. We actually know it. Oof. I'm glad that worked out. It's got to be hound. The H and the N hit. Well done, everybody. Oh my god. Getting 2 on the 6th guess is just too... my blood pressure is through the roof right now. Kitty Cat is giving me the drum roll. Okay, this is the final round of Hurdle. And what makes Hurdle extra fun is that now notice all these first 4 guesses are the answers to the previous 4 boards, and we only get 2 of our own guesses now on this round. So, and these barely hit at all. We know there's a T in the middle position. We know there's an O somewhere. That's basically all we know. And we only get 2 guesses. I'm noticing the O is kind of has no natural home. It either begins with an O or ends in an O. A whole snack says, OMG, this is hard. I know. Yeah, O can only go first or last. It's interesting. Logician saying optic. Yeah, Blake and Melissa saying optic. Let's not get... I'm down for optic, but let's brainstorm a little bit before we rush ahead, although everyone is saying optic. Is there anything else? Kitty Cat is saying stock. No, stock. Wait, there's no O in the second position. That's what yellow means. Optic. Is it really optic? Oops, not podic. Optic. Yeah? Should I do it? Oh man, cross your fingers, guys. Excellent. Well done. Wow. It looked like there was so little information. I love that about Hurdle. It looks like you have nothing to work with, and then it just a word emerges from the dust. Really great stuff. Really, really fun. Thank you so much, as always, for playing these games with me. I have a couple of announcements. Do not leave. We stream every day at noon Eastern time, so if this was your first time, play with us again. Follow us. It's a great way to keep in touch. Tomorrow, Rizwan Manji will be on from Schitt's Creek. Will be on with a May special stream tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. I'll be back on Saturday with a Saturday Stumper. So we got a lot of good stuff coming up. And yeah, everyone is celebrating. It's always fun. And check out Arkadium.com. You could play yesterday's Hurdle right now if you want. Go to Arkadium and or Google Arkadium Hurdle. You can play yesterday's LA Times crossword, lots of other games as well. Raphael just followed us. Thank you so much. Tess says, I love pushing for the absolutely horrible words. I know you do, Tess. You're a bad influence on me when it comes to hurling. You've talked me into it once or twice. Okay, I'm going to sign off, everybody. Have a great